Anyway, guys, welcome to Ismails World. We got my cousin Effie here again. This time we came for a proper one. The first one was just a trial one. I'm not gonna introduce you again because you know we've already been through this. This is gonna be a second one, hopefully a better one. Okay, so
wow, what does that mean?
Huh?
So the first one sucked. I feel.
Of course, I mean
I feel it's fine.
I'm not saying it sucked. I'm just saying that like our second time around is gonna be better because I feel like I've improved. Not really. It's like because I should have actually gotten some more lighting in this motherfucker.
It's alright. I mean, just buy a ring light.
I know.
Travel with a ring light. You're fine.
Dude, honestly, I was going to, but it's the packaging. You know, that's how I'm actually thinking. Like maybe after a while, I'm gonna get like one of those. Honestly, like those studio packs, like the lighting.
Okay.
I saw one for
the
like
softbox. See, if you had done this earlier, I had these like softbox lights that I got for like $45.
Yeah.
For both, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And they're really good for video.
What happened to them?
I threw them away.
Frustration.
They're really good for video.
Yeah.
But they swallow space.
Oh, okay.
Because they're actual video lights. They're actual professional.
So like
you know
they're
the
massive.
softbox.
They're massive.
Yeah, the softbox ones. Like you can definitely travel with them.
Yeah.
But they just get a bit annoying.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna imagine that didn't happen because now I'm so cut because I could have just had some softbox lights for like $45, but unfortunately here I am now craving it. Anyway, regardless, that's not the point. Today it's about you, okay? I want people to find out how amazing you are because I know how amazing you are. You know, I know how amazing you are. I know what you're getting up to. What do you mean cap? I'm not gonna wear that cap because that's the honest cap, you know. Because I only interview amazing people. Actually, that's a lie. Anybody I find interesting, but pretty much anybody I find interesting is on this thing. So enough of me talking. Okay, my first question is, what are you studying? Because, you know, I like asking that first.
I'm studying a Bachelor of Psychology honors. That's what I'm studying.
Psychology. Wait. So you are in honors.
Yes.
So wait, but isn't it? I thought honors was like you have to finish your undergrad and then do a year of honors. So are you already finished?
It's not like, okay. It's like
how does that
honors
work?
is already attached to the title of my degree.
Oh.
So there's a Bachelor of Psychological Science, Bachelor of Psychology, but it's like a Bachelor of Psychology honors, which means how do I explain it? When you're just doing a normal degree, you finish that degree, then you apply for honors.
Okay.
But this degree, honors is kind of already worked into it.
It's kind of just already into it.
Yeah. So you do your normal units, and then you have a full, like your last year is your honors.
Yeah.
That's
but this one is just weaved into it.
Sort of thing. Yeah, it's like your last year's your honors.
So I never actually go, what are honors? Like, explain to me. Like, I've been in uni for like, this is sad. I've been in uni for 6 years and I still don't understand what honors are. So what the hell are honors?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Some of these like
I wish I could tell you. I don't know.
Some of these like words we throw around in uni is like, dude, what the hell does that even mean? Like, I only recently, it's embarrassing, I actually found out what PhD is.
What is it?
It's like a doctorate. It's pretty much you adding to like the syllabus of knowledge. Like I never knew. Okay, this is embarrassing, but I never knew how universities worked.
They don't work that.
They do work well. It's pretty much you graduate, you get your masters, and then you go do research, and then you add on to the body of research, and then undergrads read your stuff, and then you need to get your masters before you can start debating, and then it's pretty much like your peers arguing about topics and stuff. That's how you evolve the information. I know, hey, it doesn't sound right, but it works. What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying it doesn't.
It doesn't jive with you.
No, it doesn't.
You don't like it. You're like, oh, this is just people arguing
this
about.
This is me, and this is what you're explaining. We're just not coinciding.
You're just like, I refuse to accept this.
I don't want to hear it at all.
It's like I don't plan to be here that long. I just want my degree.
I just want a degree.
And I want to get out.
Period.
Oh my god.
It's a waste of time for me.
It is. It's so painful.
Uni just sucks the life out of you.
I know it does, but come on, we gotta get through this. Like, okay, my thing is, you know what? I'm gonna ask that disrespectful question.
I think I'm just cynical about uni.
Huh?
I think I'm just cynical about it.
Then that's the right approach to uni. It's a cynical grind. You just grind it. Then after that you get the job, and then when you get the job you realize.
Yeah, but to get the job you need experience, and no one's gonna hire you without experience. But you need the jobs.
But you know what you do? You do volunteering. I mean, like just do something.
But even that, it's competitive because a lot of people
want to do volunteering.
Exactly, a lot of people need the experience, and then it becomes like this really competitive thing.
But everything is competitive. Like, come on. Like,
that's
I feel
like,
unfortunately, I know it's the world we live in. I know, but why don't you even like competition? Like, what's up with that?
It's not like I don't like competition. Competition is good.
Okay.
It keeps, that's life. It keeps it.
It keeps
it interesting. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for me. You go to school for 12 years, and then you have to go into uni to get the job you want. You suffer for the duration of your degree. You graduate by the skin of your teeth. And then you go out there trying to find a job. And then no one's hiring because most likely your job market's already pretty much saturated.
Yeah, psychology is very saturated.
Not just psychology. A lot of job market's already saturated. I'm not saying there's
especially psychology. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying there's not places.
Because that's like it's super popular. I'm just.
And then you don't have. Most of the time you won't have the experience needed. But for me, I feel like psychology, a lot of the theoretical stuff that they do, it's good background knowledge, but there's no point in doing it for 4 years. What do you need 4 years of theory?
Oh, okay. Because you keep on repeating it.
And it's not just that. It's like the job is so hands-on that most of the time you're going to have to go off book because not everybody's a textbook case.
True.
Like, I just feel like fair enough, 1 year doing the theory, getting the basics down, and then the second, maybe like the history and all that blah 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 blah, aim of psychology, blah blah blah, all that theoretical stuff. But then I feel like the remaining of your degree, they should actually go out of their way to train you in actual in a psychological
like setting.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Like you'd be like an assistant or something.
Exactly.
Like me too. I felt the same way about my like criminology degree. You know what I mean? Like I never really got like hands-on experience with criminology, like personally, until I got my job as a sheriff officer. You know what I mean? And I always felt like I envied nurses. I mean, nurses don't envy anybody because they do placement, but I feel like that placement thing that they do, like where they actually like do theory and then they do like 4 weeks placement every year, like I think that really hones their skills.
It helps because you're studying while you're in the place,
and you got experience. So when you go out, so like when nurses,
when you go to apply,
so when nurses finish, they actually know what it is to be a nurse. Like well for me, it wasn't until like I became a sheriff officer and started actually like working in the criminal justice system that I actually was like, oh my god, I get it now. It clicked, and then you're like, oh god. And then also it's so repetitive, eh? It is so repetitive. It's like you're pretty much doing the same thing over. I think they just need to fill time. Do you reckon?
Probably. I feel like
I think they're filling up time.
Yeah, because I feel like using the same method to teach several groups of people who come in for a degree, it doesn't work. And what you were saying about like, oh, when you went in there, that's when you were like, oh, okay, it clicks. That's the thing, because you have all this theory, you have all this writing, you're like, okay, cool. But unless you actually get to apply it, it's never gonna like fit into its places. It's always just gonna be random.
Yeah, it's like ideas.
Exactly, you're gonna have random little information in your head, and because you're not using them, they're always just gonna stay random. Like you can do your essays, you can do your exams, but the minute you do your exam, the minute you hand in your assignment, that you just push that information
pretty
back.
much it's done,
and it's gone.
It's done.
But if you were to be taught that information and then put into a practical situation that you could actually use it,
it would come alive.
What am I doing?
What do you mean? What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
You're always like second guessing yourself. Like who cares if you're using your hands? If you're using your hands, why can't you use your hands? Like,
Okay,
maybe you're Italian in another life.
No, I doubt it.
I believe it. I mean, you're probably like Italian.
But yeah, that's what irritates me because the other thing that irritates me is even though I feel this way about the education system.
Yeah, you still love
what can I even do?
Wait.
No, like that's the thing. It makes you feel a little hopeless because I feel this way. But the thing is, I can't do anything because if I choose to stray from it, who's to say I'm gonna get the job that I want to get? It's like the way everything is set up in education and society is to keep everyone sheep.
Yeah.
It's to keep you a sheep because if you don't learn a certain way, if you don't do this a certain way, you're not going to be able to do what you want to do.
Yeah, it's like pretty much they've set the path.
I feel like there's so many people, especially with psychology, I feel like you don't really need a degree
Whoa.
with psychology.
Controversial.
It's not controversial. Okay. The thing is,
damn, she's going for you, psychology people, bro.
I'm not saying that.
The doctors are coming, bro.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Let's stop. Let me say what I want to say.
Okay. Let's hear it.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying you don't need a degree.
No.
A degree is good to have under your belt.
Yeah.
But I'm saying what you learn in psychology, I feel like the best psychologists, the best therapists, the best counselors are people who adapt that information and make it their own.
Wow.
If you're just regurgitating what you learned in uni, you're not helping anybody.
That's
if
true.
I go to you and I'm telling you this is I'm my own person. Stop doing like the whole textbook thing or everybody that comes in blah 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 blah. What I'm saying is, you as a professional that people come to for help, you should be able to distance yourself from that information at times and actually look at it from your own fresh eyes.
From the human perspective.
You actually need to I don't know how to explain it. That's why I hate the degree, because they haven't even given you a chance to kind of adapt your own style. Especially if you're going to be a psychologist. Like, when am I going to learn how to be my own psychologist? It's like you're just giving me random information.
I think that's when you get your master's, fam.
But 4 years of basic information that you're just regurgitating, but in different units, I'm not understanding.
I know.
It's the same thing. I've done this in the first year. Oh, okay, so you've just slapped advanced at the beginning of it. So now it's the same thing, but you've made it a little bit harder, just so it's a little bit harder to get my degree.
Okay. I want us to.
I'm just saying.
I want us to come down a little bit. I didn't know. I didn't know, bro. I didn't know it was this deep, bro.
No, because uni makes you feel stupid at times. It makes you feel like such a shit person.
And like legit, even me too. Like I had the same issue. Like as I said, like the only reason now my criminology degree is coming to life is because I'm actually doing it. And before that, it was just like boring theory. And I'm like, I already did this like a year ago. And I felt like, what the hell am I doing? I'm doing this a year ago, but just with extra words, like an extra 500 words. It's like every year they just put an extra 500 words, or like you have to put an extra 3 or 4 more, what's it called, sources, or stuff like that. And it's just like, it's such a stupid model. But I feel like, okay, I want to play the devil's advocate. You know, I think I got to. So like, okay, if you are the student, I gotta be like, okay, if I was at university, I think I disagree with you on one thing though. I think like you can change it. You know what I mean? I do. I'm a stupid optimist. I'm a bit of not stupid optimist, but I'm a very like optimistic type. I feel like if you get through these hard yards, I feel like if you really want to change it, and like I love your model because I think you're a very like creative person. So like when you come into it, you're always thinking about it, like you're like, yeah, that's good, but I know people like you look at it and I know you look at it through that creative lens where you're like, I can make this mine. I know like it's good, but there's another way of doing it that's, you know.
The thing is, I'm an impulsive person, and that comes with a lot of doing.
Yeah.
So when I want to like learn something, like for example, I learned how to braid during quarantine.
Yeah.
And that's because I used my hand. Like if I was to just watch those videos and do absolutely nothing, I would be trash.
Yeah.
Same thing with like uni. They're like, okay, here's the work. Here's the assignment. Go ahead and do it. And then you're like, okay, how do you want me to do it? And they're like, okay, just watch this video. Read this. It's like,
they just pretty much.
Then what do I need you for? Like, what am I doing the degree for if I have to like? It's like, no, but it's like, you're giving me stuff from the internet. I'm paying you to teach me stuff I can literally search out myself.
I know, but okay, let me tell you the biggest secret about uni that they don't want to tell anybody yet. Uni is created to help people learn to teach themselves. That's literally, I know it's a catch-22. It's like, just let that sink in your spirit. Think about it. That's legit what it is. It's legit made to help you teach for yourself. Like, once you learn how to learn for yourself.
But my degree is not about teaching.
I know.
Sorry.
But that's every single degree. Whether you're like in civil engineering, whether you're in thing, it's all about like teaching yourself. So it's like, and I'm like, it's a flawed system. The university system is very flawed, but I think there is some benefits to it, you know, especially for people. I feel like for you, because I think you're like a naturally like out there person. Like you are, when I say like an out there person, is in, you get shit done yourself. Like, it's like me and you, we're like people who's like, if I have nothing to do, I'll find something to do. Like legit with this podcast and everything. Like, dude, before this, I didn't even know how to videography. I didn't know about lighting. I didn't know about editing. And as I'm doing, I'm learning. And I'm already like picking it up, and I'm already learning how to edit slowly. That's the same thing with you. Me and you have that in us naturally, but a lot of people don't have that in them, and a lot of people have to be guided that like sheepish way. And like when you're not a sheep, you're like a wolf. You know what I mean? You're like you get frustrated.
I'm a sheep.
I don't think
I'm a wolf.
I don't think you're a sheep.
I think I'm a.
I think you're a wolf, bro.
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Another thing I hate. Uni just.
Say it, bro. This is the.
I love learning.
Yeah.
I love to learn new stuff.
But it just kills it. It kills it.
I hate education.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, let me
explain
phrase.
that to me.
Okay,
Explain
learning.
that to me.
I didn't phrase that correctly. I love to learn.
Yeah.
I hate the learning system and the education system and the way you are taught to learn from a very young age.
True.
I feel like there is no need for you to go to kindergarten, then primary school, then high school, then uni. For what?
Oh, then what's your alternative?
Okay.
What's your alternative? Because I was here like I feel like
I have not used. What I can say is I've used what I've learned in primary because that's basically 1, 2, 3, A, B, C.
Yeah.
I have not used what I've learned in high school.
Oh, definitely.
I do not remember a thing from year 7 to year 12. Maybe I can remember bits and pieces from year 12.
Girls.
See? I do not remember a thing from high school.
I remember social.
High school is a social experiment, man. It's just, I feel like it's more so about teaching you your place in the world more than teaching you, this is how to learn.
Yeah. That's
because...
true.
Frick, high school is freaking...
I totally agree with that. Like,
high school is just the worst. The worst type of place.
I think high school is just to teach you social skills. That's what it is.
It's to teach you, like, social standings. Literally, it just teaches you food chain, how people are. It literally just teaches you how to be a person. But I feel like you don't become an individual until you leave high school.
That's true.
It gives you that herd mentality.
That's true.
Oh, you guys are a year group. You guys should work together. And I'm not saying teamwork isn't important. Yeah, it's like they're trying to put you in a box. They're trying to put a label on you. Okay, this one's got learning difficulty. We're going to place them here and we're going to teach them this way. How do you think everyone's going to learn the same exact way? My brain is different from you. Yeah, but if you're just standing there and you're telling me,
I think it's expensive.
It is expensive.
That's a problem.
But really, it doesn't have to be.
Really?
If governments, okay, it's getting.
Yes, let's go there.
I'm just saying, if the people in the authority, if they valued education, it would not be expensive.
That's true.
Why is a mother and a father struggling to pay for their child to learn basic skills?
That's true.
Why?
That's true.
Like, I know there's public schools, but then you don't fund the public schools properly.
That's true, man.
So then there's that social standing of like, oh, you went to public school, I went to private school, I'm going to get a better job. And then it's like, that doesn't make sense. We're learning the same things. The only difference is you have private, I got public.
Yeah, and also private schools are also more like, they cater more, like they have smaller classrooms, they have all these...
they're more, it's more individual learning.
Yeah. And it's been shown time and time again, the more individualized the learning, the smaller the classroom, the better not the results, but like the better it is for the kids overall. Like,
people like to say it doesn't matter if you go to private or public. It does. Not necessarily like, oh, you're smarter if you're private. Of course, if you have the will to learn, you will learn. But it's as simple as the resources aren't available to you. It's like, it's not gonna work.
And also, it's also the networking. Like, you get access to, like, it's pretty much like...
From very early on. Like, you know how to network. You know how to work the system.
And you have extra... Like, I remember, like, there's some of these schools that's, like, they do yachting. Like, they know how to sail. And I'm like, wow, that's some rich people shit.
Let me give you an example.
That's some rich people shit.
You know, my high school, I went to Holy Spirit. Yeah. And I'm not gonna say much about Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
That school is just... Not gonna say much because I loved certain people in the school. I loved certain teachers, but some teachers really need to reform the way they teach children, the way they act around children, and the way they stand up for children. Some teachers just turn a blind eye.
Wow.
That school was a breeding ground for bullies, and teachers just literally were like, whoop, whoop. You'd be like, excuse me. This person just spat in my hair. This person just put gum in my hair. This person just slapped me. This person just threw my back on the floor. And the teacher would be like, oh, did you tell the teacher that was on duty there?
Whoa.
And I'm like,
rubbish.
Okay. Anyway, that's not the point. What I was trying to say, don't get me wrong, that school's not... Anyway,
Yeah,
different story, but I hated that school.
Yeah.
Certain people made it fine, but
Yeah.
I hated that school.
Yeah.
How
about private schools?
Right.
Yeah.
So my school is technically like a Catholic school,
Yeah.
but it had private school mentality.
Ooh.
It's like, okay, it's a Catholic school, it's not a private school. Calm down. Calm down.
No, but it wanted
I'm
to
not
be.
even a Catholic.
It wanted to be a Catholic school. Yeah.
I'm not a Catholic.
Honestly, that's one of
but
the
I
reasons
went
why
there.
I didn't actually go there. I was actually supposed to go there, but I was like, bro, I don't feel like.
I was meant to go to Tempe.
Yeah.
I was meant to go to Tempe because you know that selective high school thing that you did. I did that, and I was meant to go to Tempe.
Yeah.
But then my mom was like, "Oh, you get a discount if 2 kids go," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
She's like, okay.
Like, what the heck? Anyway, ended up in
But
hospital.
hey, it's a budget. It's not easy for her.
And I used to do public speaking and debating because, like you said, how we search out things if there's things not to do.
Yeah.
Like if there was something to do, I was on there.
Yeah,
I was
like-
on public speaking, debating. I did soccer sometimes. I did softball,
Wow.
whatever it was,
Wow.
acting, drama,
You
whatever.
just go for it.
Freaking, what is it called? Leadership. Like I was
You're
freaking
good,
performing
yeah.
arts captain. Like
Yeah.
I just
You had to keep doing something. Keep doing
yes,
something.
I had to keep doing something to
Where do you think
distract
that comes
me.
from?
I don't know, but that's
Okay.
let me finish.
Okay.
So public speaking and debating, we did it against other schools. And that's where I used to see where our school actually sat. Because people in our school made it sound like our school was so high up there
Yeah.
because we were surrounded by public schools like
Yeah,
Wiley
yeah,
Park,
yeah,
Lakemba
yeah,
Park.
yeah.
And they used to pick on those girls. Like they're like,
they seem
okay.
like they're like scum.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
oh their skirts were short, they're like,
Yeah.
oh they're hoes, whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I love you hoes, just to let you know that. That's what I'm I mean, I used to love you. I no longer love you anymore. I'm not. Oh shit, we're gonna keep that.
No comment. Anyway, back to
I
my
just
point.
feel like hoes need love too, bro. They're underappreciated in our society. Anyway, continue.
So we'd get at other schools, and that's when you'd realize, like, okay, your school's not all that.
Yeah.
Like, calm down. We went to Santa Sabina.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That
like the high-
school is massive,
Wow, how many people?
and the money that you pay for a semester
Yeah.
surpasses ours for the year.
Whoa.
Wide margin. Wide margin.
So that's like an elite school.
Elite. That school is so big.
Yeah.
It's so big.
Wow.
And when we walked in, they saw the uniform, they
then-
saw the Lakemba, and they switched up.
Oh.
So it's like, oh, my school's better than yours. It's that instant thing
Yeah,
that clicks in
yeah,
their brain
yeah.
that think, oh, I'm better than everybody else that doesn't go to the school.
Yeah.
I'm going to therefore have a better future than you.
That's
Here's
true.
where I am. Here's where you are. And
Yeah.
that's exactly how they acted. And they used to get so cut because we'd win against them in public speaking debate.
Yeah,
We'd
yeah.
win.
You'd be-
And they'd just be looking at us like,
How is this happening?
right.
How is this happening?
They were
Like,
just baffled.
This is not supposed to happen. Yeah.
They would get so baffled, and I don't remember the name of the school. This school was literally Hogwarts. The buildings were massive. Ishmael, you should have seen their classrooms. Anyway.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It was
When you go to different
it's pretty much
schools.
like a university.
Right.
school.
So I got to thinking, it's like, well, obviously they're gonna have better resources.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that education has been like capitalism ruins everything.
Oh, we're gonna have a debate about capitalism.
Capitalism
I'm
ruins
sorry.
everything.
I gotta come in with capitalism, bro. It doesn't ruin everything, bro.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Let's take this back a bit, yeah. Okay.
like, why are you putting a price tag on someone's education?
Wait. We've got on the tire here. Okay, I want to bring this back down to the human level. Okay. What inspired you to first, like, go into psychology? Like, what was it about you? Like, what made you think like psychology was for you?
Number one thing, I like to talk.
Yeah, I can tell.
I like to talk.
People, I don't know if you noticed, I could not get a word in.
That's a lie. That's a
I
lie.
barely got a word
Nah,
in.
it's not like
No,
that.
no,
Like,
yeah.
I like to talk.
Yeah,
And
but
when
you
I
don't
start
know.
talking, I like, if the person I'm talking to,
Mm.
if the conversation is not going deep. Okay, say
Yeah.
we start here.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes later, we're still here.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut it off.
Yeah.
Because when I start talking, I want us to go.
You wanna, like,
people
deep-
hate it, but when I have a conversation, I want it to go deep.
Me too.
I need to go deeper.
Me
Like,
too.
why are we just having like, oh
I know,
yeah,
like a surface level.
great weather today? Shut the fuck.
You know what we need to do?
Tell me about your traumas.
We need to have discussions.
Literally, I'm sitting there like, tell me about your traumas. Okay, all right. Tell me about like childhood memories. Like, why are you the way that you are? Why do you like yellow as opposed to black? Like, why are you the way that you are?
So you're interested in how people are.
Yes. Like, just talk to me. I like when people talk to me. Because, okay, see how I was telling you about how psychology?
Yeah.
Where I get my practice for psychology is from my friends. I practice on them.
Wow.
They talk to me about their issues.
Yeah.
And I try to connect the dots in my head, and sometimes I surprise myself with what comes out of my mouth.
So you don't plan it. Like,
I don't plan it.
It just comes out naturally.
Because of the information I receive, I process it with all the random information that I've learned from uni. I process it. It goes like, okay, this is what this person's told me. Come into this box. No, there's nothing for you here. Come into this box. No, there's nothing for you here. Oh, okay, there's this box right in the middle that's got this, this, and this, and it kind of connects to what she's saying, and then vomit it out.
Have you ever thought of writing?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, cause I think you're one of those people, like, I have the same thing too, trust me. Like, this worked out really well for me. It's like, you have all these, like, thoughts and ideas that I was always thinking, yeah, but the thing is, you don't codify them, you don't, like, solidify them. So why don't you have, like, a daily journal? Like, maybe at the end of the day, just,
Write something.
you know what I mean, just write something, write all these thoughts and ideas.
I feel like I should.
You know what I mean?
I've seen people journal, but I'm like, that looks exhausting. Because they do it so, like, nicely, and they put, like,
no, don't do it nicely. Just do it your own way. Like, as in, it's just like starting out. Like, you know, when you start out something, because I feel like you have all these, like, because even when I'm talking to you, yeah, you have these dots that you connect.
Yeah, the first person to pick that up. I say random things.
Yeah, but it's all clicking together. It's all clicks together.
Like,
and I can, and
but in my brain it doesn't.
Yeah, and I feel like the reason I can follow you is because I understand the topics, at least from a surface level, and even like some of the ideas from a deeper level. And I honestly wish for us to actually debate them one day.
The thing is, some people think what I'm saying is rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
It's because I haven't had a chance to have them sit.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like random little points that I think about, and I have to say them.
Yeah.
I will say them. You can kill me, get a knife, stab me.
Wait, ain't nobody killing you.
I'm just saying, when a random point comes up in my head, I don't have time to think about it. I just say it.
Yeah.
And then I'll say one point, but I won't get to finish. I'll just jump to the next.
Okay, you know what? Okay, you know what? I just got an idea now. Yeah, you have actually intrigued me today because I've actually got an idea for a series. I want to call it Debate with FA series.
Please debate with me.
Honestly,
I haven't debated since high school. You will die,
okay, you know
because
what?
I will actually destroy you.
Really? You know what? Okay, you know what? Let's do this.
I was my school's second speaker, so there's like 3 speakers.
Do this.
I was not third speaker because I was not about that life, but second speaker.
Okay,
you knew when I got up on that stage, it was over because your points were destroyed. Because when I speak,
I like the confidence though.
When I speak, even if my point is crap, even if the argument, oh my god, that's what I loved about debating. Even if the topic was just so one-sided. And then it was like, okay, they got the positive side, so they're arguing for it, and then we're arguing against it. So it's like, oh, puppies deserve to live. And they get like, yeah, puppies do deserve to live.
I don't think they deserve to live.
No, but I'm saying. And then we get the
I love puppies.
We get the negative where it's like, no, they don't deserve to live.
Yeah.
We will argue our hearts out. We don't give a crap.
Of course. You should.
And then what I loved is getting up there, because I speak with passion.
Clearly.
When I get into a topic, and you there's just so much passion seeps out of my hands.
I want to test that. So it's like, okay, you know what? This is just an idea now. Actually, no, it's not an idea. We're gonna do this, yeah. And our next discussion.
I was a little bit overconfident there about destroying you. To calm down.
I want you to destroy me. Now the thing is, you know me. I love being. The thing about me is, I love challenging my ideas. I like hitting a glass wall. Like if you can prove me wrong, I learned something new that day. You know what I mean? And then I can challenge that idea, and then meet somebody else who can prove me wrong. Because I feel like that's just how you learn. You learn by getting your ideas crushed, and a lot of people don't like that. But like I love that because I'm slowly learning how to fall in love with failure. You know what I mean? It's like at least that's what I think. That's what I even think democracy is self-destruction and rebirth, like a phoenix. Anyway, whatever. But regardless, I want us to have a series where we do like argue with FA or something like that.
Argue with me.
Yeah, argue with FA. Okay, what time is it now?
It is now 5:47.
Okay, then you know what? For that, we're just gonna wrap it up today. Thank you. Welcome to Ismails World, FA. Next time we're gonna have a series called Argue with FA.
Damn.
Peace out. Ismails World.